So I just hand them one of these.
It's the easiest way to share the gospel.
And you do this every week?
Yeah.
All right.
Heavenly Father, I just pray that you guide us when we go out and share your gospel tonight, Lord.
I was born in a Christian family. We went to church and everything was fine and dandy in my life until something happened to me and my family when I was in high school that completely shattered my faith in God and turned my life upside down. My dad wanted to open up a business with his best friend. My dad's best friend ended up being deceitful about certain parts of the business deal. It went sour and we went from being well off financially to basically having absolutely nothing in the bank account in a matter of days. To make things worse, my dad began to behave really strangely. And the psychiatrist at the time diagnosed him with a disease called delusional schizophrenia. We checked in my dad to a psychiatric hospital. And so when I didn't see God healing my dad, when I didn't see God giving us the finances that we needed, I said, you know what? Everything that I've been taught about God in the Bible is absolutely wrong. And so very quickly, I embraced atheism. So when I went to college, I was in college as an atheist. I embraced evolution. I was partying. And so after a while of going through this, I began to search for, hey, what's the meaning of life? Why am I here? And what am I supposed to be doing in life? I was watching a movie with my best friend and we left the movie theater. We saw that there was a group of people. There was one lady that came up to me. She said to me, "Have you received your $1 million today?" And I said, "What?" And she gave me something. It was a piece of paper. I didn't think too much of it and I just took it and I put it in my pocket. Now, in all honesty, I had planned on waiting just until I was out of view and I was gonna throw that piece of paper in the trash. I didn't really care about what it said. So when I got back home, I was taking out my stuff and lo and behold, this piece of paper came up and I began to read it and it said, "Here is the $1 million question. Will you go to heaven when you die? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life." And so when I read that, my heart began to pound and I began to get goosebumps. And it was as if my whole life flashed in front of me. I went and I just kneeled beside my bed. I asked God, please forgive me. I'm so sorry for what I've done. I've done so many wrong things against you. God used Living Waters in my life to bring me to faith. And he used the $1 million track specifically to bring me to Christ. This woman that gave me that track that night, she had no idea how God was going to use it in my life. She had no idea that just a few minutes later, I was going to be in my room, on my knees, crying and asking God to forgive me for all the wrong things that I had done in my life. And now, by the grace of God, I'm able to take that same track and also bring other people to faith. Truly, God uses it to make a difference and to usher so many more people into his kingdom.